think I forgot to turn my mic off for that. Wait, I am live, right? Yeah, I am. Okay. Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I didn't want to sit here, though, and make everyone just sit here waiting for me to start while I, finish getting everything together. So I pushed it back 15 minutes. So sorry, but shit happens. How's everyone doing? I feel like I haven't been live in forever. Thank you for the I know the intro is amazing, isn't it? Yeah, I have to thank ImFcknRakin for it, because she did it, and then she went and did it again because she said that she saw like a glitch or whatever. I didn't even see what she was talking about, but she sent it to me again, and I guess there's no glitch now. So awesome. So yes, thank you, Rakin. All right, so who do we have here? Hey, Alexandra, sorry. Fernando, Kira, Shyla, Mrs. Cassandra, Gentry Art, Christy, Claire. Hey, Claire. Thank you for the thumbnail, Claire. It's awesome. Thank you. Yes, Claire. I've been trying my hand at the thumbnails lately, but on the streams that I feel are kind of important, I asked Claire to do them. So on those streams, those are totally Claire. So hey, Sue, Sally. Hey, Reagan. Meow now. Feeling kind of breezy. Chicago. The Fire Within. Shanley Dish. Liz. Ted Franks. What's up? Hey, Megan. Hey, PETA. And I'm sure I forgot people here. I apologize. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Jamie. And Malone. April. Amy. Sherry. Or Cherry. I'm going to say Sherry. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Hey, Crystal. And we're back to where I was. Okay. I'm in live chat, right? Yeah. Yes, Claire is an artist. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So the inspiration for tonight's stream, and I apologize. I thought that I was going to be able to get it all into one stream, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So this is probably going to be a multi-part stream. But tonight, though, I'm going to focus on one story in particular, because there's more than one facet to this story, more than one part, really. There's a lot to it that I wasn't aware of until I reached out to someone reached out to me, and then I reached out to someone. I reached out to Rakin because I know that she's been around for a while, so I thought that she might be able to help me. And yeah, she was able to. So awesome, thank you, Rakin. But first, let me share with you what it is I'm talking about, because I was asked. Shit, this is gonna be hard. How do I share the right one without having to delete them all? Oh, that's how. Yay, that should be easy enough. Yep, here we go. Okay. So it was in my comment section. That's why I'm putting up on the screen and I'm showing it to everyone. If this were a private DM, I would not be doing this. But Melilyn, she's the inspiration for tonight's stream. She left a post or a comment on one of my videos. It wasn't that long ago, like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks tops. I think it was right around a week ago, maybe. And it said, Aaron, can you please look into and possibly do a video on the fact that last year, Katie was told some very personal information from a victim regarding physical and mental aid she was going through. After Jenelle went back to her abuser, Katie blasted all of her personal messages between them all over social media. Katie put Jenelle in a very dangerous position. I remember hearing that Jenelle's had seen the messages and was very upset with Jenelle. We can only speculate on what happened behind the scenes. Katie wants to act like an advocate for victims. She literally could have gotten Jenelle terminally harmed. I know those type of men, and I can highly speculate that Jenelle most likely still has not lived the situation down. I can imagine it's still thrown in her face. I hate seeing Katie do this coverage on GP. Oh, Gabby. Okay. On Gabby, knowing Katie does not care about nor have enough empathy or respect for victims as a whole. Now, I remember Katie releasing the DMs between she and Jenelle. I don't remember all of the what went down between she and Jenelle because I haven't been around that long. I never even heard of Jenelle before Katie, so I never watched Teen Mom or anything. I mean, I've heard of it, and I think I might maybe heard of Amber Portwood before, but I never heard of Jenelle or whatever. So, but I remember her sharing the DMs, and I remember learning about much of what went down between the two of them. And I just thought, wow, what a shitty thing to do. I mean, whether or not she's a victim of abuse is another story. But just all in a whole, this is someone who you were reporting on. So this was content, basically. This person was content. And they trusted you. And they spoke to you in private about private matters. And because they pissed you off, you then went and blasted everything publicly. That's an incredibly shitty, damaging thing to do, even if they're not a victim of abuse. But then knowing that they are and sharing the type of content, the type of things that they shared with you personally in private. Wow. I mean, that's just, how does, I mean, and this goes for myself included, believe me, but how do people forget about this? I mean, I forgot all about it. So I'm just as bad about as, believe me. But really, how did I forget about this? How did this shit slip my mind for all this time? How is it that I learned about it then and then just forgot about it? Because I mean, Katie even bragged about this in an interview she did with, I think it was The Heavy was the name of the publication. She bragged about how, oh yeah, that's right, because she had told Jenelle that things were off the record. Well, the reporter at Heavy even brought this up to Katie, saying, well, yeah, these were things that she told you off the record, and then you went and shared it. And Katie said, well, she never, but basically said she never should have trusted me or some shit like that. Or nothing's really ever off the record. I forget what it is she said, but we're going to revisit this. And she bragged about it. She was gloating. I mean, wow. It just disgusts me. So thank you, Melanin, for your question, for your, well, you're kicking my ass to go and remember all of this and to obtain information and to put it together in a stream, because this really needed to be discussed again and in depth. And really, it needs to be remembered. Like, no one should really be forgetting that she did this. I'm sorry, but I mean, unless and until she apologizes or she tries to make amends, something, I don't think that this should really just be let go. I mean, it's pretty bad. So, okay. Let me go over here. Comments. Okay. Let me just check the comments before I continue. Oh, you didn't know about that, Annie? Yeah. I'll see if I can find. There's the screenshots I have address it, but I don't have the article. I'm gonna find the article. I will find the article. I know where I can find the link to it. It's gonna take me a little time to probably go through and find the link to it. All right. Let me just check chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Hey, Tiny. Good to see you. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm not missing anything, because I'm not going to be looking at the chat all too much. So I'm going to take breaks in between, screenshots and stuff, just so I can look at the chat. And I do have a video I want to play too, but it seems I have to convert it, and the conversion is really breaking my balls at the moment. So I might have to come up with something different. Not sure. Yeah, conversion failed again. All right, that figures. Okay, but I have a couple of videos actually. I thought I did. No, I know I do. Where's the other one? Is it that one? Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to get to. Yeah, all right. I think I'm going to do screenshots first in the video. So. All right, so we want screenshot 1. So these screenshots that I'm showing here, this right here is a screenshot of Katie and Jenelle's, or I think they're some messages, or on DMs rather, on Instagram, it looks like. It's just Katie talking, though. I'm not sharing anything that Jenelle, spoke to her about or whatever. This is just Katie speaking. So Katie had said, Jenelle, I spoke to Jen on Instagram and told her those. Let me. How big is this showing? All right. Let me make it a little bigger, though. Oh, geez, that's huge. That's okay. Okay, Jenelle, I spoke to Jen on Instagram and I told her those screenshots were fake. That was on, I'm not sure, but now we're on December 5th. And this is, I don't even know what year. I think it's 2020. Maybe? No, this would have been 1999. Or, 1999. 2019, I believe. Although I could be wrong. Hi, Jenelle. I've been trying to reach out to you. A group of trolls have been harassing me for weeks and creating fake screenshots. I let Jen know. I just wanted you to know. I'm sorry for what you saw. They were not real. I'm still very much rooting you on and supporting you from afar. I love that. From afar. Like way back here. Like I can't be seen supporting you. I'm supporting you from afar. And I think these might have been screenshots that Jenelle had shared. And I think she added the commentary here. Just stop. I don't like you, girl. Uploading on YouTube is faster on a desktop. Laptops are not built for YouTube. I would love to explain to you what happened. You blocked me believing I said things I never said. I never did. That was on January 28th. Now this, I'm pretty sure, is at least 2020. It could be 2021. Someone, please feel free to correct me here because I'm not positive. So I'm trying to see if anyone's correcting me here. But I will definitely. But, oh, wait a minute. Did you see Katie's tweet about Gabby's dad? No, I did not, Suelia. I will be sure to check that out though shortly. I want to get through some of these screenshots. I wonder what's going to happen for it. Yeah, I know. I wonder too, Irish. Okay. It's 2019 and 2020. That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Okay. So now is that one? Where's screenshot 3? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, we're on 2 though right now. Okay. This is from September 9th, 2020. Jenelle Evans acting like she gives me clout. The Duggars could fart in that video would get more views than anything you do, sis. I think you dragged us because Kale won't take your damn bait. I'm starting to think he's like a clout chaser, says the GIF. How did 3 jump out there? Okay. Now, this is what a lot of this is about. First of all, this is what brought out a lot of, this is what brought out, I think, Katie's sharing of the DMs. Apparently, Jenelle did a video, and that video is what I'm trying to convert to play. Doesn't seem to want to let me, so I might have to find another way to go about it. But Jenelle did a video in which she basically dragged or, complained about a few YouTubers, Leslie Bass being one, Katie here being another, and Grace being another. So I want to go through these screenshots, and I want people to see or read exactly what Katie is saying about calling Jenelle racist and accusing her of racism by her calling out these channels. And then I want to play the video where Jenelle called out these YouTubers, and you tell me where did race play into this, because I'm curious. But so here Katie says Jenelle Evans has the audacity to threaten Grace on her Instagram, a Black YouTuber that is doing her job. Jenelle has never come for me or other YouTubers that are white this way, but she cursed Grace's name and said she's reporting Grace to the police. Jenelle, you are a racist. To which people, whoever this chick is, so glad you pointed that out. She has never done this to anyone but the Black YouTuber. She is clearly racist and has proven it time and time again. Damn it, Light. Yep, she's racist. I have people in my comments literally saying I'm race baiting. Nope. It's so clearly obvious. She picks on Grace. She cursed her damn name. I reported the same story to the white YouTubers. She calls us fake news. Race baiting, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's so blatantly obvious, and there's consistent evidence of her and David being racist pieces of trash. Yep, I'm not making this shit up. She and David are beyond racist, and this attack on Grace is unwarranted. Okay. And here it's underneath the same tweet. Someone says, Grace has a lot more followers and views than you do. Katie says, my channel has 130K. Grace is around 100K. We only overlap on the Teen Mom coverage. Okay. Again, under the same tweet, someone says, whoa, wait a minute. Like Jenelle or not, what the hell does Grace being black have to do with anything? Jenelle didn't say anything racist at all. She said, you, Leslie, and Grace are fake news. Calling someone a racist is reaching. Shame on you. Hopefully Grace sees through you. What she did to Grace is so obviously a microaggression. She pointed out 3 of YouTubers. No one said any colors but you. Stop it. You're race baiting. You have to see that. Nope. She's picking Grace specifically. It's a microaggression because all of us reported the same story. She's literally threatened to shut down Grace's channel. Go to her Instagram. She says, you, Leslie, and Grace. Hell, half of YouTube says you should be deplatformed. Now you're pushing the race card. Just stop it. Stop making up stuff to gaslight people. Under the same tweet, Grace has a lot. Oh, wait, this one already. Why didn't they want to come up twice? Huh. And here she shares Jenelle Evans admit David. Okay, just some violent stories there. And here underneath the video, a video I'm going to play for us tonight too. A comment says, I like you and I like your channel, but you can't say off the record and then decide to take it back later. Yes, I can. Plus, everything she told me was in the court documents. Oh, okay. Because I'm sure they were made public, right? I'm sure that they were published all over. Well, sounds like I'll be interviewing with a major publication because Jenelle Evans decided to post about me today. Apparently, she's done this to other people who report on her. I'll be responding through the interview. Stay tuned. That's when she did the article with the heavy. And that. Okay. I do have a few more screenshots. Just. Okay, I just have to put these back up, or put these up rather. I can only fit so many up before I lose my place. 11, 12. That's weird. Okay. And 15. All right, we'll go up to 20. Okay, last one. Okay, so let me just check chat here real quick. Hey, Lindsay, what's up? Yeah, I like that Christy lady too. Okay, all right, I'm going to go back to the screenshots now. So we have 11. Okay, here. All right, here we go. That's the name of and that's the date and everything. So now I know I put that in the folder because That way I can find the article. All right, so. All right, so here's 12. And here is underneath that post or that tweet there where she's sharing her interview. Someone says, "This is really sad. Jenelle has a lot of haters, and I get it, but she is so clearly being there. Heavy.com should be ashamed. Love or hate Jenelle. She is clearly in a dangerous situation. What a terrible message to women everywhere." She's got a point. She does have a point. And here, Jenelle starts to fight back. See, now, like some of these tweets and everything, I had screenshots of, but this is where I really have to thank Rakin, because I didn't even realize this, or I forgot all about these here. This is good. Jenelle starts to fight back. So she tweets, "I want to be the old grandma that like sexually harasses the young boys that walk by. I don't care. I feel like when you get that old, you earn the right to be a sexual harasser. Katie Joy." That's a Katie Joy quote, like word for word, verbatim. That's exactly what she said. And that's not taken out of context. That's exactly how she said it and how she meant it. And then she posts this. Katie Joy claims that Sophie is a spoiled brat, despite what the media reports and how her father won full custody. At YouTube, she has harassed well-known public figures for years and should be stopped. Yep. Let's see here. All right, we'll go to this one. It's kind of petty, but it's kind of funny. Jenelle tweeted, "This Katie Joy chick is crazy. Who agrees?" And I didn't know what, I remember seeing the screenshot of these comments, these Facebook comments. And I know that they were from the group. I didn't know what it was about though. I don't remember the conversation. I wasn't part of the conversation. I just seen the screenshots. But now I understand. Now I know what it's about. So Katie shares, "Jenelle, be careful. These girls are playing you." And this is from the Facebook group where apparently they were talking about Jenelle joining the group. At least that's what I'm taking away from this now that I see this being shared by Katie here. And I've seen this before. In fact, I think Katie has shared this before in a few things. But I never knew what conversation, I never knew the context. But now I think I do. I think they were talking about Jenelle joining the group. And this one here, although this was on January 2nd, so this was before a lot of the shit that went down. But Katie here's trying to, get along with her. "The troll you responded to that mom shamed you has been harassing me. DM me. I will tell you more." Yeah. So, all right. There's a few more screenshots, but I'm not. I didn't look through all of these. Okay. Oh yeah, no. All right, we'll pull them up. Now remember, too, as we go through this here, Jenelle at the time, whether or not it's true, I don't know. I don't know anything about Jenelle, but it's believed, anyways, that she has been a victim of, DV in the home there. And rather than Katie taking this into consideration, she seems to be using it against her and how she comes at her, which, yeah. So we have here. You remember Janelle and David CPS hearing? That court proceeding was under a gag order, but Ashley reported information about Marissa's testimony, which I was like, whoa, that's a minor child's declaration to the court. Did the public need to know that for proof of her story? So is she trying to feign like she cares, or like she's speaking on behalf of a minor child here in this situation, when like she hasn't been, I don't know, basically just exploiting everyone that she can in this situation? It seems very, very hypocritical to me, but that's just me. Jenelle can't stop talking. Don't worry, the kids are totally fine. And here they're talking about her phone being smashed. So Katie apparently seen these Facebook comments, I'm guessing on Janelle's, Janelle's post somewhere. And so she decided to take a screenshot and then post them on Twitter saying, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm sure that the kids are totally fine. Yeah, her phone's broken, but she's totally fine. Like, she's using this shit. She's using this girl's situation against her. That's what she's doing. It's disgusting. But she cares about victims, you know. But I share that twice. Okay, it's the same thing. That's why. Okay, so yeah, there's that for now. I do want to play a video. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pull these up first. $6.27. Okay, there's only 3 more screenshots, and I'm gonna go to a video. I'm gonna try and get that other one to play too. So, all right, so here we have the last of them. Ask Jenelle about all the alleged fraudulent GoFundMe accounts she sets up for people in the news. Ask Jenelle about how she lost custody of her son for a long time. See, why? Why would you do this to someone who you believe is a victim? Why would you do this? Why would you? You know, I can't believe I forgot about this. I can't believe that I just let this slip into my memory and get lost in there somewhere, because this clearly should not be forgotten. He also asked me to give Jenelle Eason his Snapchat and phone number. The next day, she blocked me after getting screenshots that supposedly showed me calling David a good guy. I never called David a good guy. Oh, here we go. This is good. Please join me for a follow-up. Wait, when was this dated? Let me see the date again. 2/16/20. Okay. Please join me for a follow-up to my stream about Jenelle Evans. I have exclusive messages from her about David Eason. We even talked about Nugget. Member-only chat will be on for this video due to the sensitive nature of the content. Yeah. Jenelle Evans changed a story about David Eason after reuniting because victims never do that, right? Victims never go back to the person who hurt them. Like, they never then try to, you know, just make excuses. I mean, why would you do this to someone that is so clearly, whether or not it's true? I don't know, Jenelle. I don't know her situation, but it's been understood, it's been believed anyways by those who do follow, that this is the situation she's been living with. And I know, and from what I understand, this is the impression that Katie was under too. So given this is the impression you're under, why would you then do this? Why would you just play with their safety? I spoke to her in November, and her story about David is very different than today. Support the channel. Oh yeah, but be sure to become a member though. Okay. Let me see if I can get this video to play, because I think I can share video file. And it won't let me play. Window. I can share a window though. Oh, I can share a window. Okay. All right, this should work then. Yay, it worked. Okay. All right, so this video is only about a minute long, but this is where Jenelle calls out the YouTubers. Let's hope you can hear it.
Sorry, dropped my phone.
Wait, let me put my speakers on, so if you can hear it, hopefully there won't be an echo or whatever. So it'll just be a second. Sorry. Okay. Right? It's connected. It says connected. I don't hear it connecting though. There we go. Now I heard. Input, output, input, microphone, output. Okay. Let me make sure I have it on here too. Okay, good. We're good. All right. I think. There we go. Can you hear it? I just want to make sure that you guys can hear this before I keep playing. No sound. Great. Damn it. All right, let me try this again. I might have to switch over to Firefox to get it to play. I don't know. Stop sharing. Window. It's not giving me the option to turn on sound with it. Tire edit name. Stop screen. Yeah, it's not gonna give me an option. Shit. All right, I really want to play this, so let me try and convert it one last time. So it'll let me know in a second if whether or not it's gonna go or not. Just for some reason .mov it won't let me play them here. I have to convert it to something else. So I'm trying to convert it to MP4. But it's gonna let me, looks like. So worst case scenario, I just switch over to Firefox and I play it there. I already had Firefox open. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do that. All right. So you're going to lose me for 1 second, but then I will be right back. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I should be back now. Yay. Okay. Let me pull the chat up. And share screen. It's coming. Looks like your video file doesn't have a video track. What? God damn it. This is, oh fucking, I swear to God. Oh, this might work. All right, let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? God damn it. You could hear it the first time I played it, though? I wonder. All right. Can you hear it now? Wait, what? No, okay. Okay, no sign. I get that. But what am I missing here in the chat? What the fuck's going on? I'm just gonna skip over to play the other video. All right, so where am I there? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, now what am I missing here in chat? The hell? Just say what you hear. Okay. I'll get that to play one way or the other. But first I'm gonna play. Very funny, Jolly. I'm gonna play the other video now. Basically, it's Jenelle calling the people out with the fake news and everything, and calling out Katie for the most part. Like, she goes on and on about Katie, but Katie then turned around and said, oh, she's such a racist. Look what she said about Grace. And she said nothing. She, whatever. I could hear the first time you press play, if that helps. I wonder why that was. You lost me for more than 2 seconds. Yeah, it took me a few seconds to come back. Because I noticed that I changed my name, but because I was on Claire's stream the other Saturday night. So I was like, oh, shoot, I need to put my name back to what it's supposed to be. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and play this video. This video here that I'm playing now, it's about 20 minutes long. It's Katie sharing the DMs and everything. It's Katie. Thank you. I don't know why it wouldn't convert for me. Freaking pissed me off. Let's Save as. Where's my mouse? Why did my mouse disappear? This is so weird. Oh, here we go. Okay, got it now. All right, now it's saving. Okay, now we got it. Yay, and it's going in there. Awesome. All right, now I'm going to be able to play it. Thank you, Rakin. Thank you. I don't know why it wouldn't convert. All right, so here we go. This is Jenelle basically bitching about, Katie for the most part.
Sorry, dropped my phone. Had to get back on here and say Katie Joy out for her YouTube page, because apparently if you don't call someone out for their YouTube page for being bullshit, then you're racist. So she wants the clout. Here's the clout. Her page is bullshit. Check out her YouTube page. It has a bunch of false lies about everyone, not just me. I have a lot of 90 Day Fiance people actually messaging me right now trying to take her YouTube page down. Katie Joy is one person that I don't really respond to because she's so fucking crazy. So I'm not going to respond to it. Stop messaging me and stop begging me to be your friend too. That's pretty pathetic. I haven't messaged you back. You sent me like 5 messages. You can stop now, but here's your clout. And Katie Joy, Leslie Bass, and Grace Report do not follow anything they post. They just do it for views, do it for money. And
Okay, so there's that. I think that there was a post or something that she made that started this whole thing, and then she came back with that. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Kira. Thank you. Okay, let me check the chat real quick, and then I'm going to go to the next video. The next video, like I said, is Katie's video. I know, right? I'm getting better, right? Aren't I, Liz? And Liz says, I'm going to start a poll on all your videos now to see what technology you struggle using in each video. I like messing with you, but you're not wrong. It's almost comical. Like I can almost predict like what's going to break my balls, because it's like, I don't know. Everything hates me. So, okay. So here is Katie's video. It's about 20 minutes long, and here's where she shares the DMs and everything, and where she basically comes for Jenelle. Yeah, I'm going to skip through the stupid intro. I'm going to try to. There we go.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It's Friday night, Friday afternoon. I was like going back and forth, like, am I going to do this live? Am I going to do this as an upload? And I just figured I'm going to do this as an upload, because then I don't have to worry. Last night, there was some issues on YouTube with glitching while I was live. It created an absolute mess. And I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'll upload. We'll do a live premiere. We can chit chat while we go through this. So if you have been following this channel, I am apparently a clout chaser, and I love to clout chase Jenelle Evans. Although I must remind you guys that most of my clout does not come from Jenelle. In fact, the Duggars could pick their nose and I would get more clout from them. Anyways, Jenelle has been embroiled in this messy mess because she has been.
Okay, someone asked in the comments, where is it? Shoot, no, I lost it. Someone had asked, do I know when this was from, this video? I think that's what I read. And yes, this was from this video here from Katie. It was from either August, late August, I think it was 2020 or early September, but I think it was late August. I think it was in August 2020. Summer 2020, someone said, yeah. I believe it was August though. I'm not sure of the exact date, but definitely August.
Has been promoting her new docu-series about her story about what happened with CPS. This comes on the heels of her former franchise Teen Mom 2 debuting their latest season. So that part of it is suspect. Not only has she been picking fights with YouTubers like me, Grace, and Leslie Bass, but she's going back to her standards with Kale Lowry and calling out Kaylin's parenting and everything normal. Jenelle likes to get into fights, and she gets bold and she gets mean and she gets feisty. And at one point in time, I tried to be nice to her because I felt bad because she was leaving David, and I thought I could lend her an ear. But it wasn't my doing. In fact, Jenelle Eason was the one that reached out to me. However, in an Instagram live with some liquid courage, I can't imagine she would have done this without the liquid courage. I think she might have been drinking something, but I can't say. Either way, she called me out with a lot of curse words and talking about what a liar I am and what a psycho I am. So I'll let you enjoy this right now.
I dropped my phone in the last session I just did not save to my phone. Sorry, dropped my phone. Had to get back on here and say, I have to call Katie Joy out for her YouTube page because apparently if you don't call someone out for their YouTube page for being racist. So she wants the clout. Here's the clout. Her page is her YouTube page. It has a bunch of false lies about everyone, not just me. I have a lot of 90.
Okay, someone asked, is this YouTube or Facebook? The video from Katie is YouTube. The video here from Jenelle, I'm not sure. I think it was YouTube, but I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure it was YouTube because Katie, there's another video. I'm not playing the other video though tonight. I'm gonna make a video with the other video, and I plan on putting it out there by the morning. But in the other video, Katie is basically scolding Jenelle for not knowing the rules of YouTube. If it's saying, you're going to be a YouTuber now, well, you need to learn to play by YouTube's rules, and you're coming in here, you're going to get a spanking, or you're going to get spanked on the ass, or I forget how she worded it. So I believe that Janelle's video was YouTube as well. It could have been Instagram. I don't know. But I know that at this time, Jenelle was making YouTube videos because Katie goes off on it in the other video.
The 90 Day Fiance people actually messaging me right now, trying to take her YouTube page down. Katie Joy is one person that I don't really respond to because she's so crazy. So I'm not going to respond to it. Stop messaging me and stop begging me to be your friend too. That's pretty pathetic. I haven't messaged you back. You sent me like 5 messages. You can stop now, but here's your clout. And Katie Joy, Leslie Bass, and Grace Report do not follow anything they post. They just do it for views, do it for money. And that's all I gotta say.
Did you get that? Okay, so she says that because I called her out for calling out Grace Report. Now, some of you guys said, Katie, why did you make it about a race situation? I brought it up because she didn't threaten to turn me into the police, and she didn't threaten to call the police on me. with Grace being a Black YouTuber, alleging that you're going to call the police on someone. Come on. And she didn't do that to me still. And I'm still, it's proving my point. Not to mention her husband consistently is posting all kinds of stuff. And either way, I still find it slightly edgy there on that edge. Okay. Now, in there, she says, Katie Joy, stop messaging me. You're like constantly messaging me because you want to talk to me. But then she went on to her Instagram and she literally posted messages that I sent to her in January. You guys, it's September 11th, which means I have not contacted her in 9 months, therefore proving her point that I don't want to talk to her. In fact, I uploaded a video last springish after she got back together with David because I was concerned about this decision because she told me a whole lot of stuff when I spoke to her back in November, and it wasn't me that reached out to her. It was the other way around. So I had been on my Twitter account and I shared a photo and it was of Kaiser, and she made a comment about how I should not share any photos unless I know the date. And she said, unless you can match the pictures up with the actual days it happened, I suggest you stop posting about me. You have no idea what happened before CPS, after CPS, and what photos go to what dates. You are wrong, and I'm sick of rumors and being spread because of you. Okay. So I responded because that was super confusing because I didn't post anything. And then she started talking about Olivia, and it just sort of like flowed from there. She eventually forgave me for that misdirect indiscretion, I guess. So after we started, that sort of changed. So once we started getting to a place where we could start talking about things, eventually she realized I wasn't the enemy. I was current to like go correct something. I told her I was not against her. I don't know why I made that statement. I wasn't trying to be against her. I was just trying to do my job. And then we were getting a lot of stuff about questions about that Kaiser incident. So if you remember, she requested a temporary order of protection. And there was a lot of suggestions and questions that there was a photo circulating of Kaiser in a car and that David had taken a photo. And she said, no, there was never a picture of that incident, but it was recorded. So everything was handed to the courts, implying that she had video evidence of what she alleges that David locked her son in a car and refused to let him out and laughed at him as he would try to open him, making it scary for him. And I said, well, I'm glad that you got everything recorded. And she said, yeah, don't believe what people tell you because it's wrong. As we continued to speak a little bit more, she started opening up to me. And I'm only bringing this all up because she seems to feel like she needs to call me out. So I'm just going to drop it all here. So I said, how long have you been documenting this? And you can see I said off the record, but you know what? Sometimes off the record is going to go on the record, and I'm going on right now. And she said since 2017 or 2018, documenting all the things that he had done to her. And as I continued to have my conversation with her, and then I sent her some stuff that David was saying because there was apparently a temporary order of protection and he was not supposed to be speaking about her and making threats, and that's what he was doing. And so really it was a lot of me just sending like, hey, this is what I saw. And so she blocks him. She's like, yeah, I know he's been talking about me. I'm just ignoring him. This is what I got from him on a daily basis. Now, if you remember, he was being really verbally ABUSIVE. And I said, like, are the kids doing okay? And she said, yeah, we're doing fine. And then there was a photo she posted on Snapchat, and she told me that was an old photo. And I said, oh, they actually reported that it was a new photo. And sometimes I was just trying to clear up things because people were sending me things. And I sent her one time where she posted an Instagram story and her GPS was showing. And I said, maybe you want to take that down since you've got this TRO. And she was like, thank you for reminding me. I deleted it. And then I asked her about MTV. And I said, is there any truth to the fact that you are going to return to Teen Mom 2? And she said, I haven't spoken to anyone about returning, so I don't know why everyone keeps saying that. They ignore me. And I said, as we would start talking, I said, oh, really? But you were in New York. And then she completely didn't answer that question.
Yeah, I'm on mute. Hey, I caught it. What I can't get over though is that not only is, this is supposed to be off the record and everything, but as she's talking to Jenelle and Jenelle sharing, these intimate, personal things about her life. Now, you can argue and say Jenelle should have known better, and maybe that's true. I mean, someone who had been in the public eye to the degree in which Jenelle had been for as long as she had been, probably should have come to expect this from, shady ass reporters by now, especially wannabe reporters, not really reporters on YouTube. However, I can't help but to look at it too, if being in Jenelle's shoes, someone who has to probably wonder with every person that she speaks to, whether or not the person is really genuinely trying to know and get to know Jenelle, or if they're just trying to get the scoop. So I imagine that has to be pretty lonely. And after a while, you just probably just really want someone to just talk to, and you just stop caring about this shit, and it's really sad. I mean, I feel like, especially with Katie, how much she likes to brag about being friends with Amy Duggar King and Lindsay Chrisley, that she really passed up an opportunity here to become friends with someone. And she shit all over, basically, in true Katie fashion. But what also stands out here is that throughout all of this, you can tell that this has just been Katie. This was Katie's intention the entire time. She would just wanted the story. She couldn't wait to basically, she didn't give a shit if she threw her under the bus. She just couldn't wait to share what it is she was being told. She wanted to be told something so she could share, just like with the Amber Portwood videos, or audio rather, not videos, the Amber Portwood audios. She didn't care about what was going on in that household. She didn't care about what Amber was doing or what Amber was going through, or what Amber was causing other people to go through. She didn't care about any of that. She just couldn't wait to share with the world what it was she was learning. That's all she cared about. That's all she cares about.
And then I said, Radar just reported that sources connected to you say that you are in talks with MTV. And she said, and then all of a sudden her response was a little bit later, like 3 minutes later, not even responding to that. She said, you can report that my electric bill is about to be turned off if he doesn't fork over $800. And I said, really? And she said, I'm not in talks with anyone. Honestly, I'm focused on getting the kids in school and setting up doctors where we move to. So she came back to the MTV again, saying there was no talks. And I said, wow, how are the outlets getting this so wrong? And she said, yes, I just checked our electric bill, but don't say you got it from me. So she was telling me to report things. And this was one of the things that she said on her Instagram, was that, not in this live, but in another, she said that I only wanted to talk to her because I wanted information from her. But she was the one that was like telling me what to report, not the other way around. I had no intentions of doing anything. And then she would say, oh yeah, you can report this. And then this is what she said about Larry. I don't know, but I've been telling.
See, that right there tells me, I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe Jenelle was using her to get stories out or something like that. But so what? Okay, that doesn't give Katie the right to just endanger her safety and everything in her situation. But that, more than anything, though, I think what that tells me is that, maybe Jenelle really was trying to just reach out and become friends with someone. And then in return, she's giving her some things where she's cool with it being revealed and reported on. But when it comes to the more heavy and important shit, how about we just keep it between us? Or how about you just keep your word when you say it, this is off the record? Apparently not, though.
Telling Larry that I promise I haven't been talking to anyone, and I'm trying not to piss people off. Now, I think he means not talking to David, because she wanted to get back on the show and she didn't want to get in trouble. And she said, yes. And she said, he's been using my photo shoot equipment for knife pictures, my lights, and my production box. So David was doing welding, and he was using all of her stuff, and she was really pissed off about that. And she said, he doesn't have anything. You can say he is in the thousands. You can also report that he's thousands of dollars behind on child support to Olivia, and he's about to go to jail. And if you want, you should reach out to Olivia about it. And I said, well, how many months behind? And she said, it's $800 a month for Caden, and he hasn't paid for months, and like 4 or 5 months. So the last time he made due was like in May of the previous year, when she had brought him to court and he had to pay like $9,000. She wrote the check for it. And she said at that point, he had not paid for several months since. She was like wanting him to, we were talking about where court records would be. And she said it was in New Hanover County in terms of the child support, because I wanted to verify it. And I actually never reported the story because I couldn't verify it. And I didn't feel comfortable putting that out there. And she says that she said she went back to what happened with MTV because I asked her again. And she said, I didn't meet with any bosses in New York. I tried to ask my producers if I could get out of my contract and they wouldn't let me. I don't talk to Olivia at all. She's very shady and two-faced. And she says that MTV ignores her. So she wanted to talk to MTV, but they didn't want to talk to her.
Where is it? Okay, and Shyla says, Katie could have put her at risk putting all of this out there. And yes, that is true. And according though to the person, or who pretty much inspired me to do this, to talk about this on stream, she did put this person at risk. Wait, let me find it again. Melly Lynn. I say it like that, but I know her, it's Melly Lynn, and then it's space and N is her name. If you see this, Melly Lynn, you had said in your comment that, let me find it. You had said that could have gotten. I remember hearing that Janelle's David there had seen the messages and was very upset with Jenelle. We can only speculate as to what happened behind the scenes. I didn't hear this, and I don't recall this at all. But if you, Melly Lynn, or if anyone else has any idea of information or where I can find information that backs this up, please feel free to share if you like. I won't share anything that could potentially put her in harm's way or anything, but if there is something I can share safely, I would like to look into possibly sharing it. So again, though, the safety will be my first and only really concern. Okay, first and foremost concern, that's for sure. So
now, I was told at the time that MTV didn't want to talk to her because they were they did not believe that the split that she made with David was for any other purpose than to try to get back on the show. And she said, they ignore me, literally. Ask Andrew. They ignore him half the time too. At the time, I had actually had Andrew and Jenelle kind of connecting because I was talking to Andrew at the time, helping him with some of his stuff. And she was like, so we start talking about Andrew, and she says, yeah, I don't understand. I understand what he went through, whether he's a male or not. I know plenty of dudes that have been abused by girls growing up, and it shocked me, but it's definitely happening. And they did connect about what they experienced because they were both going through a split around the same time. Then she continued, people of the crew will talk.
Okay, I missed that the last time. Let me go through here. Okay, did she really just say that Jenelle and Andrew, I'm guessing Andrew being Amber Portwood's ex there, did she just say that they were talking because they were both going through something? I got to rewind this. I got to hear that again.
Went through, whether he's a male or not. I know plenty of dudes that have been abused by girls growing up, and it shocked me, but it's definitely happening. And they did connect about what they experienced because they were both going through a split around the same time.
Okay, they're right there. She says they did connect. Now, to you and I, hearing that they did connect, it may seem like nothing. It may sound like nothing. But if you're the kind of person who's abusing your partner, whether you're Amber, whether you're David, if you hear that, you don't just hear connect like they just talked on the phone or something. You hear connect like, oh, they connected. You know what I mean? So here's Katie now putting this out there, and they did connect. I mean, that's what it's, I mean, I know it's nothing. I know nothing. I have no doubt that nothing like that happened. I'm not even suggesting that. but she took no care or concern over what kind of ideas she was putting it. What does it matter if they connected? What does it matter if they talked or whatever? Why even say that?
Then she continued, people of the crew will talk to my mom, but they will not talk to me. They think I'll blast everything, so I've been keeping low. So they didn't want to talk to her about anything because they felt like if she did talk, she would blast everything, which she does. That's what she does. So it's probably better that MTV would not talk to her. And she said, and that's why I said I haven't spoken to anyone about getting back on the show, because MTV would not talk to her. They didn't want anything to do with her. So, and she said, they just ignore me. It's all, I'm just trying to work with or without them. I don't know. I want to be free. And then she claimed that she had offers from other people, although I still have yet to see those offers materialize. We talked about her former manager, Johnny, because she and him had been fighting about money. She told me to post this, which was apparently a Tinder account. And I got a lot of crap for this. I posted this on my in a video, and y'all were like, that's not real. Well, in case you're wondering, Jenelle told me to post it. I didn't, not me. Jenelle told me to post it. We then talked about Jace, and she said that she was seeing Jace frequently. And we talked about whether or not Jace was happy. Because one of the things that Barbara kept saying was that Jace was really indifferent. She said, Jace is happy. We are separated. And then she said she had a new agency that she was working with. She said, Jace is happier now. I think he feels a weight lifted off his shoulders in a way. Why would Jace feel a weight lifted off of his shoulders if David was such a good guy? Right? And then she explained that Jace wants all of my attention and David would be pissed and I wouldn't give him that type of attention that I gave to my children. Jace wants all of my attention. And then I said, yeah, that's kind of what abusers do. And she said, David would see how I was towards the kids and be like, I wished you loved me like that. And I would roll my eyes. And I said, well, he's isolating you. No friends, no family, no kids. Exactly, she says. So she knew what he was doing. And then we talked about Kaiser and,
Okay, so now as she's explaining these DMs and everything, she's showing how she was trying to talk to Jenelle, trying to maybe help her see or understand things, maybe it just seems to me like she was faking trying to be a compassionate, empathetic ear and friend for her own selfish gain. Because even if this wasn't true, even if she wasn't doing that, then I'm not saying that she has to always be her friend. She always has to, speak highly of her, always listen to her, whatever. I mean, whatever happens between them happens between them. But the least you do is not put this shit on blast unless this was your intent all along. Because if this was not your intent in the beginning, I can't imagine anything. What could have happened to have suddenly made this your new intent? I mean, to be so careless and to be so potentially damaging and negligent with someone else's life.
I said, I always got the impression that David was harder on Kaiser because he looked like Nathan. And she said, yes. Now, in her rant about Grace, she got really pissed off that people were implying that this stuff was related to Ensley, but it was all about Kaiser. So suddenly she was okay that it was happening to Kaiser, but she wasn't okay that it was happening to Ensley. And now she's insinuating that nothing happened because the case was dropped. That doesn't mean nothing happened. It means that they just didn't move forward with it. Okay. Asked about Nugget. And she said, he cried and said he was sorry and understood if he was going to leave me or leave him. She said, he said he wished that he had done it, but he was just so mad. He in his video said that he just put the dog down because that's what you do. He didn't say anything about being mad. Kaiser was great and they had to rebuy a bunch of their toys. Then we were talking about Kale. And she accused Kale of using her for ratings. That's like her go-to. She accuses everyone of using her for ratings. And this shows up. And she's showing things to me about what people are posting. And, it's like talking about purchases and why his Etsy account got shut down. She said he got his Etsy account shut down because he couldn't pay his account fee every month. And you should point that out. That's not because he was accusing her of shutting it down. There was just so much. Ensley's great. We're still trying to refurnish everything. I mean, this is going over weeks that we're talking. She said she was going to be fine financially. She was going to be working with brands. She was doing different products. We talked about her makeup kits, and she said she denied all of the fiber stuff. She also clarified that she sold like just under 1,000 of the kits, and she had a new company that she would be using for the makeup. She said that people were just lying about what they found, because anytime someone says anything about her, they're just lying. You know, the thing about Jenelle that I find interesting, and she also told me that there was like 2 or 3 incidences throughout the time that they were together that he got physical with her. And
I just want to just jump in here real quick and just say I found the article on the Heavy, and I'll share that right after the video.
I don't understand why she is in such a hurry to say that nothing happened. She clearly told me that, and I posted the rest of the screenshots on my Instagram.
Jeez.
Where she actually says that he was physical with her, that her collarbone was broken because of him, and she might need surgery, and she was really angry about that. She talked a lot about, and I'll post them here so you can see them, but
Of course
she talks
you will.
a lot about just what he did, and he wasn't a good person. So my thing to her is that you can go up and say CPS had no right, but then you had the TRO. You told me this. So I just want to know, were you lying to me, or are you lying now? Are the 29 911 calls false? Did he do something to Nugget? Are you denying now that he was doing things to Kaiser and he was harder on Kaiser because of what he looked like? Are you denying now that Jace wasn't afraid of David and was happier that you were gone? Are you denying now that, you know, he wasn't physical? This is the thing. You can't tell people one thing, take out court orders, and then expect the public.
Whoa, what's this now? Always createful. I have a friend who Katie basically destroyed her life when they were in a SA Facebook group. They kicked her out and she went after several of them. I would love to hear more about this. I mean, I won't share anything, you know, unless your friend okays it or whatever, but even just for me to just have knowledge of it, I mean, that would be valuable to me, just even personally. I don't know if you or your friend want to reach out to me. My information's in the about section, or I'm sure you know who I am on Twitter. I mean, just the invitation's there.
Like, to buy what you're selling. They're going to call you out, and you never take accountability. And I don't want to be your friend. And that's all I have to say about that. I tried to help her, was trying to be sort of a support, but also just she wasn't talking to anyone, and she was being super quiet because of the court cases. So I was literally just helping her get stories out. And ultimately she got mad at me because somebody sent her some fake screenshots that apparently I said that Cortland was a great guy, which never said, and that I liked David. I do not like David. So me reaching out to her all of those months later, or that couple months later, was because I wanted her to know that I never said those things about David. I was actually really bothered that she believed that, because I hate David. So if in my eagerness to clear that up, it was really because I wanted to clear my name. I don't like David. Sorry, Jenelle. I can be a little persistent sometimes when I want something to be truthful, and what you heard about me was wrong. So note to self, never try to clarify anything with Jenelle, or she'll call you a stalker. All right, so that's my receipts. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.
Yeah, that's what happened. Sure. Sorry, apparently I closed out the wrong tab. Freaking hell. Although I don't know how I did that. The other one's not here either. That's weird. Very weird. It's all gone. Oh, there it is. Okay. I did close out the wrong tab. Okay. Now, before I found the heavy article, and I'm going to pull that up in a second. But before I do, I just want to share something that was sent to me. Rakin it filled me in that Jenelle actually left her husband while he was away from the house. Picked up her kids, left all belongings, moved out of town, got help from a group. Apparently got a restraining order. But, she ultimately went back. I mean, that happens, sadly, it does happen. It's a process. It's not, it's not necessarily one event. It's several events. But I mean, like Rakin points out, but, she still did it. It's every person in this situation, male or female, who ends up ultimately leaving the other person, they have that first time before they have that final time. So, I mean, the fact that it happened once means that it can very well happen, when needed, if necessary, for good. But apparently, though, Jenelle had done a bunch of videos on this, on her experience and what she went through. And these are up on her YouTube channel right now. They're in a playlist called Addicted to Growth. And I pulled up her channel. And I had the playlist here. I'm going to share the playlist, and I'll put all this in the description as well. So if anyone wants to check it out. Okay. And Annie just adds, on average, it takes a DV victim 7 attempts to actually get out of the relationship. I believe it. So, Jenelle's playlist. So if anyone wants to check that out. Okay, now I'm going to share the article. Okay, so this is, and here, let me, damn it. I'm going to put this in the chat too, and I will put this in the description as well. Heavy article. What are you asking about here, Aussie? I can't see things like that, but maybe you can check it out for us, pretty please. Let me see here. I got in late to the stream, so I'm not sure if anybody has already addressed this, but did you notice that her court case is no longer on the court calendar? Get out. What, the one for the 8th? I'll check that out in just a moment. That's interesting. I haven't heard anything about anything there. I wouldn't be surprised if her lawyer basically just postponed it again, because maybe they realize they don't really have a case. I don't know. But I will look into that right after this article. Okay, so here we go. Here we have, damn it. Okay, Jenelle Evans, Insider. Can I get rid of this? It's not going to let me. 1 hour snooze. In a second. Let me get rid of it. Okay, great. Okay. Jenelle Evans' Insider makes stunning claim on Teen Mom. So, former Teen Mom 2 star Jenelle Evans directed a YouTuber to post stories about her while she was separated from husband David Eason. The Insider told Heavy in an exclusive interview. Gee, I wonder who that insider was. Evans has flip-flopped about whether assault accusations against Eason are true, first calling 911 and telling police he broke her collarbone in October 2018. I don't really care to read all that. But this is basically the story in which Katie was telling. So the Heavy got their information from Katie. Katie's the one who's pretty much telling this story. After the assault accusations, Evans split from her husband and moved to Nashville. Starting in 2018, authorities were called on Evans and Eason 25 times, according to Radar Online. According to Katie Joy, who runs Without a Crystal Ball, a popular YouTube channel with more than 130,000 subscribers, she and Evans started texting shortly after the accusations of domestic abuse. She said they were never friends, but that Evans opened up to her by happenstance. Happenstance, my ass. Evans mistakenly messaged Joy first, accusing her of posting a picture of her 6-year-old son, Kaiser. I was super confused because I didn't post a picture of Kaiser, Joy told Heavy. I don't know if she did or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if she did. Whoa. Do you see those? Are those muscles? Those look like muscles almost. I don't know. I don't know much about her. I don't know. The YouTuber added she was happy to clear up any rumors. I told her I'm not in the business of spreading misinformation, so if there's something I can clear up, I will. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, especially when talking about a subject this serious, but oh my God, that just hit me. What I was saying just hit me. I clear up, I will. And she just started talking to me, Joy explained. She would tell me things and be like, you can report this, but don't say it was from me and that kind of stuff. So then why are you saying it's from her? Why are you saying that now? Joy said they texted for a few weeks, but Evans cut off contact with Joy after someone sent the former Teen Mom 2 star a phony screenshot that claimed the YouTuber was supporting Eason. She cut off contact with me very abruptly, and she's refused to talk to me since, Joy said. And there we have it. There is the reason in which Katie decided to share all of this information and put it all out there because whether or not it's true doesn't matter. I mean, I can't imagine she would publicly say she was supporting Eason, so I think maybe the screenshots were fake. However, that doesn't matter because if your intent is to prove that they were fake, well, then just basically shitting all over this person's trust in a different way is not how you go about doing that. If you want to prove to this person that they can trust you and that the screenshots showed to them were a lie and that they were not wrong for trusting you, your response to this should not be to then give them other reasons to not trust you. I'm just saying. The YouTuber thought things were off when Evans tried to tell her how to report to her fans. I was being told to do things, and that was weird to me because I'm not here to post your agenda, she said. And I'm not here to do a narrative. I'm not here to do anyone's narrative. I just try to be unbiased as much as I can. Oh, God. Once on the inside, the YouTuber later became a target for Evans, with the former Teen Mom 2 star telling her 3 million Instagram followers not to listen to Joy and other YouTube channels like The Grace Report. It was these YouTubers who were the first to notice the child abuse accusations the couple was facing after Evans posted a court document from the investigation in the second episode of her YouTube series, I Have Something to Say. Evans, Eason, and her mother, Barbara Evans, had said they didn't know why the children were taken away, claiming the only reason authorities might have had to investigate them was Eason's anger problem. Court documents show... Okay, I don't feel like going over all that. The problems for the couple started when Eason was investigated for animal cruelty. We all know about Nugget Gate. I can say out of all the things that I've heard about Teen Mom and about Jenelle and about Amber, everything I did not know beforehand, I actually did hear about Nugget Gate. I heard the term. I wasn't really sure what it was, but I heard the term Nugget Gate, like probably from several different places in life. I mean, that got around. It was sad. They were returned in July after CPS concluded its investigation. Both Eason and Evans have vehemently denied these accusations. Eason told Heavy, there was never an allegation. Look up the court documents before you say something. Okay, I don't feel like going through all this. Might not want to publish info that comes from haters. Isn't it supposed to be haters? Okay. Heavy reached out to officials. Okay. Evans never responded to Heavy's request for comment, but in an Instagram video, she slammed the abuse allegations against Ensley and against the and attack the Grace report. So here's the report for you, Grace, or whatever the F your name is. The allegations of abuse were lies, and it was physical abuse against my son. Nothing to do with my daughter, she said. Between calling out the Grace report and her own YouTube channel, Joy posted text messages from Evans on her Instagram account that showed Evans told her Eason was jealous of the attention she gave her children and treated her like a slave. Joy faced a little bit of backlash for sharing the messages, but she said most of the comments were on the record. Most. What is frustrating is some people are like, I can't believe you would take the stuff that she told you off the record and post it online. But half of the stuff wasn't even off the record, Joy told Heavy. There was one question, and then she was literally directing me and saying, post this, but say it's coming from this person. What does that mean? You're supposed to be talking about whether or not shit was on the record. And then what? There was one question, but then she was like literally directing. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the article. All right, let me check out chat here. Hey, Julie. Oh no, Katie blocked you on Twitter, Autistic Chill. Well, you get a hashtag. She says she stopped talking to her like it was a strange thing. She was still doing derogatory videos about her while talking to her. Yeah, I think she was. I can't say for sure because I don't think I paid attention that much. But from what I recall back then, because I was there when she shared these things, the messages and everything. From what I recall, like up until that point, she really was doing videos and shit about her. I mean, she wasn't acting like a friend. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not a court date with Todd C that we're talking about. On the 8th was the postponed court date for the TRO between her and Little Miss Noble. Yes, it's gone off the calendar. Huh. Interesting. What's the website? Oh, shit. It's gonna be way up here in the chat. I don't even remember. No. Okay, no. Okay, it's gotta be before there somewhere. I have it. Someone sent me a link to where I can look up the court document or the court calendar. And I'm just going through to try to find the link. It's right around here somewhere. Thought I saved it, but I guess not. Oh, here we go. You click on weekly. Okay. Weekly public court calendar. Whose name would it be under then? It'd be under M, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything on here. MC. All right, nothing under McDermott. Let me just check her name for the hell of it. Nothing under Paulson. Although I think she was sometimes using her maiden name. Let me check that. Nope. There's nothing on here for this week for either Little Miss Noble's name or Katie's name, but I can do, let me search. Shit. How do I search? I forget how I searched before. Can you search the calendar? What the hell? All right, I'm gonna fuck with this later, but I'm not gonna do it all right now because it's just gonna piss me off. I can't find it right now. But yeah, it's not on there for this week. That's for sure. I don't know. Very weird. So yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. No one said anything to me. I don't know anything about it. Let me get down to the okay. So yeah, Little Miss Noble and Katie are in court. Yes. Yes, Julie. Katie had served Little Miss Noble with a temporary restraining order, much like she served Steve back in, was it 2020, year and a half ago. They had one court date so far, and Little Miss Noble, made it very clear, no, I'm not, I'm fighting this. This is bullshit. And so apparently Katie's attorney needed to ask for a later date because they weren't prepared. So then it was rescheduled for October 8th, which I think was this Friday. I think it's the 8th. But now it looks like that date's not there anymore, or at least they were on the calendar, but apparently now they're not. Oh, on the 8th, Katie is supposed to sit for a deposition. Oh, that could be why it was postponed. Sherry says she heard that was the 11th. Okay. Who knows? If I find out though, I'll let y'all know, but I haven't heard any about this. Last I knew they were on the calendar. So I don't know. I do have more stuff planned for a continuation of the subject matter and everything for the stream. When I scheduled the stream, I hadn't anticipated so much information about the whole Jenelle Eason ordeal with Katie. So I decided to dedicate this stream to mostly that, and the other things that I had planned can wait till next stream. I will prepare them, and everything for next stream. And I will also see what else I can add on to them. If anything more, because I know that there's more stories out there. I have to actually go through some of my videos and pull up everything. This is what I think I need to do. Yeah, I hope it's not an indication that that there was any kind of settlement, because I don't know. I don't think the people that I know were interested in, I guess, maybe involved or whatever, and not involved, but invested. I know that she had good support. I'll say that. So I can't imagine that Little Miss Noble would have settled. I don't know. I haven't talked to her though in a while. Chrissy's giving Katie a birthday present this year, one she'll never forget. I forgot her birthday's coming up. Yeah, because I remember on Twitter, it was a couple of weeks ago. I think I put, Todd was talking or whatever about serving, about Katie being served or whatever soon. And I replied to his tweet. I'm like, no, if there's any way you can wait, like, I think October 30th might be a good day to have her served. And, because that's when, from what I recall, that's when Toddy had her served. I thought it'd have a nice, like, little synergy to it. I don't know. Serendipitous. I was thinking perhaps she got it private. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm sure if this had all happened in any way, shape, or form in Katie's favor, I'm sure we're going to hear all about it. I'm sure. Last I knew, though, it was going forward, so I don't know. So yeah, okay, wait. Annie says, really appreciate you highlighting the BS Katie pulled and Jenelle. By the way, the GoFundMe tweet was about the Canadian ex-sub she keeps claiming is me, despite her own mod. Despite her own mod noting our voices don't match. I don't know what you're talking about. I know there was a tweet I know about a GoFundMe, but I'm not familiar with a Canadian ex-sub. I don't know who is the Canadian ex-sub she keeps claiming is me, despite her own mod noting our voices don't match. Are you going to show that message the Katie follower wrote? What message? I'm alone. I'm trying to think what message. I know. Oh, the really long one. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Someone sent that to me. Shoot, where is that? Okay, that's not it. Damn it. I know someone sent it to me. I just can't remember where they sent it to me on. All right. I know it's on the side. I'll pull it up there. Oh, I have to get back to Chrome. What am I doing? On your Twitter, Claire's on your Twitter. It's what I thought. It was just on Twitter. Where on my Twitter? Was I tagged in something? No. Okay. All right. I'll pull it up from the subreddit. Out of Firefox. Oh, shared a video of it before. Katie keeps claiming I'm a Canadian ex-sub named Jenelle, and shared a video Jenelle made, but her own mod pointed out her voice is very different from mine. Okay. I think I remember that. That was a while ago, wasn't it? It's from Jennifer Beechey. Oh, so it's not a message. It's all right. Yep, okay, there it is. And is she public? Yes, she is. All right, so I can pull this up on Chrome. Okay, good. I like how she shared it too. I looking at the post now, I totally forgot about this. I mean, I remembered the letter, but I totally forgot that about how Jennifer shared this. All right, so here, so people can see it better. So Katie shared a tweet, and I believe she put this on Instagram too. She's saying, "You never know what story will give you the courage to leave." This follower sent photos of the destruction she fled. She's in a safe place, but wanted to let Petito's family know that Gabby's story has changed her life. She and her kids are away from their a beer and safe. If you need help or resources or assistance developing a safety plan to leave, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline 24/7 at 1-800-799-7233. And then Katie had shared, today one of my followers contacted me to share that Gabby Petito's story gave her the courage to leave her abusive partner. Due to safety risk, she wishes to stay anonymous, but hopes the Petito family knows that Gabby's story has changed her family's life for the better. And then this is shared. This was a post left on Without a Crystal Ball's post. And I believe this was Instagram, was it not? It was Instagram or Facebook. Anyways, this person says, I can't make that bigger, can I? Shit, I don't think I can. Hide? Oh, okay, yay. Okay, a little bigger. Yeah, I can't make it bigger. I know you will block me, and that is fine. About a year ago, I made a comment on a video you did about a reality star who was experiencing domestic violence. You had released private message that you had promised would be off the record because you were angry with her. I was surprised she trusted you enough to confirm the gruesome details of her abuse. Abuse we had all seen or heard because there were 911 calls, videos, and this guy she is with had a sizable collection of weapons, had emmed their dog, and had Homeland Security called on him because of his online threats. Granted, she has a lot of hate coming at her, but the fact is she was abused by her spouse, clear as day. I implored you not to do this, to take the tweets down and the video down. I am a survivor. I shared my story in my comment. My ex beat me within an inch of my life. You were attacking her for going back and saying she was a liar because how bad could it be? I explained that women go back. It's part of the cycle. I gave you the facts you are putting out now, saying you have always understood, but you did not understand. Instead of just letting me use my voice to try and educate you slightly, you allowed your subs to attack me. I was called a liar, a troll. They told me I had no clue what I was talking about and basically said I was just here to harm you. I wasn't. I wanted to talk and have a conversation. I shared a personal story. I am still in counseling almost a decade later. I now advocate for domestic abuse victims. I went to school and work at a shelter. All of this was disclosed in my comment. I never attacked you. I was calm and thoughtful, but my voice was silenced. I was not the only survivor saying this either. Every one of us got the same treatment, demeaned and then blocked. It's really hard for me to watch you now do this. I shared my story, but you did not care. I was a member. I supported you. I joined over the Amber Portwood situation. I wanted to find a community to discuss safely the issue of domestic violence. You advertised a safe space. You never mentioned that you had been a victim yourself during this time. I have to ask why, after years of therapy, you would do what you did. It goes against what is taught to survivors. Were you caught up? Now people send their stories to you and you are proud of them. I did the same and was treated like a nuisance. It hurt me. I have watched from afar since. I can't comment anywhere because I'm blocked. I created this account because I don't want to expose my ex as I have kids with him. And I'm not wanting to share my story with people I work with, but I just can't sit back and watch this anymore. This is a tragic case. It deserves respect. The jokes you make about the Duggars sitting on BL and your cat searching for him are not tasteful. Oh, okay. The live the other night, after countless videos making money off this, saying you were going to cut it short because not enough people joined, lacked respect. Yeah, that did. You have silenced a lot of survivors' voices who just wanted you to understand why some of the things you did and said were harmful. Do you ever think about those people? I understand how you work. Go against your opinion or point out inaccuracy, and you are not welcome. But I truly believe you would have less hate if you could just admit where you messed up and say sorry. I am not Gabby. I was able to escape with my life by the grace of God. This story, though, hits home for me. At the very least, stop speculating, report the facts only, and cut out the jokes. Give this girl the respect she deserves and let her rest easy. Wow. I'm curious, does anyone know? Is that comment, did she delete that comment? I'll go and look after the stream if no one knows. But I'm just, if anyone happens to know off the top of their head, just did she delete it? Yeah, I'm gonna, as soon as I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna go see if that's deleted, because I really hope she didn't delete it. I hope that the very least she could have done is just let that woman's comment stay up. But I have a feeling it was deleted. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah. And this is just what I meant by the harm and everything she does, because it seems like she wants all the rights given to people in her position, what she does on YouTube or on social media as a living, however you want to put it. She wants all the rights, she wants all the accolades, but she wants none of the responsibility. And the thing is that there is a lot of responsibility, because when you have a platform, especially a platform with she's almost up to 200K now. So when you have a platform of almost 250,000 people, potentially that many people's ears, that's responsibility. There's a lot of responsibility, and you can't ignore that. You just can't. I mean, not and call yourself a decent human anyways. You can't ignore that. You have to take that seriously. You have to take that into consideration. You have a much greater potential of causing harm than most people when you have a platform. And just that comes with responsibility. And I'm seeing I haven't been looking at the chat all night, but I am seeing a lot of your stories here, sharing stories of how you all had strength to leave and everything, and just I mean, that's awesome. I don't want to say congratulations, but I mean, I imagine it's hard. Just even just leaving, and even if you ended up going back or whatever, just knowing that you had the strength and the courage to leave that one time. I mean, it takes that first time for that last time to be possible. So whether you left for good, whether you left just for a first time, whether you're on your sixth time leaving, just you're making progress. And, just I hope you recognize that. I hope you realize that, because that's something to have some sort of pride in. And, I think having pride in that will help you continue. Took you 8 years to get out. You should read that tweet on a standalone. What do you mean, Julianne? I don't know what standalone video means. Oh my God, Tim, no, I would never smack you down for sharing. Dude, this is your guys' chat. It's not my chat. You guys talk about whatever you want here. Well, but let's not start calling each other horrible names. But I mean, as far as the subject matter goes, you guys decide that, not me. Do you mean standalone video? Like I should just do a video just with me reading that? Is that what you mean? Not lost in. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Oh, I can do that tonight. That won't take long. Well, I say it won't take long, but and then I'll probably end up tripping over half my words and whatever. But no, I can get it done. Thank you for the idea. I will do that. All right. So on that note, yes, I want to reiterate, and I will put this in the description as well, for anyone, if I can find it now. Okay. I know it's in Twitter. So for those who need it, and like I said, I'm going to put it in Twitter. If you or anyone you know needs help leaving abuse in the home, please reach out to the domestic violence hotline at 1-800-799-7233. And I'm going to put that in the description. So I wanted to verbally say that just in case someone needs to hear it instead of, they can't see the chat or something. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'm going to continue this in another stream, probably the next stream. I'm not sure when that'll be, but it'll be within the next few days. But there's a couple of videos I want to get out. I'm going to do the standalone video that was recommended here. I will do that first, and then I have one other video I want to get out by the morning. So, but thanks everyone for being here. Okay, I don't know how to wrap this up, so I'm gonna call it good night. So take care, everyone. There you go. Okay, take care.